In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 college football games happening on October 18, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Florida International versus Sam Houston State. The 2023 season kicked off strong for the Florida International Panthers, but lately their offensive performance has hit a dry spell. Now they're hitting the road to face the struggling and winless Sam Houston Bearcats, making for an exciting Conference USA showdown. Both teams have struggled to find consistency this season, languishing at the bottom of their conference standings. However, with several games left in the season, this matchup offers both squads a chance for redemption. The Panthers had a promising start at 3-1, notching wins against Maine, North Texas, and UConn. But recently, they've stumbled, losing 3 straight games. Now, they have an opportunity to secure their first conference win after going 0-4 so far. Their offense, which has averaged 28 points per game in victories this season, primarily thrives on the ground, with a total of 12 rushing touchdowns. However, in their last outing, the passing game struggled with a 50% completion rate, 0 scores, and an interception. They still managed 2 rushing touchdowns but fell short of the 100-yard mark as a team. The Panthers face a crucial moment in what was once a promising season. While the Panthers have faced challenges, the Bearcats have had an even tougher time, being winless through their first 6 games, including 3 conference losses, mirroring the Panthers' record. During this winless streak, the Bearcats have scored only 9 offensive touchdowns, with a meager 414 rushing yards. Their most recent loss to New Mexico State saw a promising performance from quarterback Keegan Shoemaker, who completed 32 of 48 passes for 278 yards and 2 touchdowns without interceptions. Despite his efforts, the team struggled to generate points without a ground game. Sam Houston is on a quest for their first win of the season, while Florida International is aiming for their first conference victory. The odds makers in Vegas have set an interesting line, making the 0-6 team a 5-point favorite. Even ESPN's matchup predictor gives Sam Houston a 72.9% chance of winning. This calls for scrutiny, particularly in the context of Florida International's quarterback, true freshman Keon Jenkins, who ranks 133rd in QBR, which is concerning given there are only 128 football bowl subdivision schools this season. Jenkins has a 57.8% completion rate and limited rushing yards. Sam Houston's strength lies in their defense, which ranks 4th in the conference for passing defense, making it challenging for the struggling Florida International passing game. In conference play, Sam Houston averages 19 points and is expected to exceed that against Florida International. Florida International has faced difficulties, averaging just 12 points per game in their last 3 outings. Sam Houston's offense has had its struggles too but has shown improvement in their recent games. Observing Florida International's recent games, it's clear they are vulnerable in the passing game, similar to what UTEP exploited last week. The Bearcats are motivated to secure their first home victory, so the Sam Houston Bearcats to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In conference games, Sam Houston has scored 19 points per game, but they've gone under the total in 4 of their last 6 games, including their last 2. Florida International has gone under in 5 of their 7 games this season. Both teams have quarterbacks ranked lower than 115th nationally in QBR. The strongest aspect of this matchup is the Sam Houston State defense, which ranks in the top half of the conference in scoring defense and passing yards allowed. Florida International has not scored more than 17 points in any of their conference games this season. This game promises to be a close and low-scoring affair. The 2 teams have combined to score over 20 points in just 3 of their 13 games this season. Their defenses have allowed over 30 points only 4 times combined, making it likely to be a defensive battle. The Bearcats have struggled, averaging just under 12 points per game this season. The Panthers have been slightly better with 19 points per game, but they've only managed 37 points in their 3-game losing streak. This matchup features two one-dimensional offenses that could struggle. Sam Houston has shown glimpses of improvement, but they are still grappling with issues. On the flip side, Florida International has had a rough transition to conference play, appearing as a different team. It's unclear where the points will come from in this game. While the total number is low, there are no statistical data or trends suggesting the game will go over the total. Expect a low-scoring affair, with the Bearcats controlling the tempo and keeping it under the total. It's unlikely to be a high-scoring shootout, and a final score of 17-14 in favor of either team seems probable. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Florida International versus Sam Houston State. The 2023 season kicked off strong for the Florida International Panthers, but lately their offensive performance has hit a dry spell. Now they're hitting the road to face the struggling and winless Sam Houston Bearcats, making for an exciting Conference USA showdown. Both teams have struggled to find consistency this season, languishing at the bottom of their conference standings. However, with several games left in the season, this matchup offers both squads a chance for redemption. The Panthers had a promising start at 3-1, notching wins against Maine, North Texas, and UConn. But recently, they've stumbled, losing 3 straight games. Now, they have an opportunity to secure their first conference win after going 0-4 so far. Their offense, which has averaged 28 New Mexico State versus UTEP. The New Mexico State Aggies hit the road this Wednesday, making their way to the Lone Star State for a Conference USA showdown against the UTEP Miners. Last Wednesday, New Mexico State secured a 27-13 victory over Sam Houston State. Quarterback Diego Pavia played a pivotal role with 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. The Aggies are on a 2-game win streak and have won 3 of their last 4. Meanwhile, UTEP halted a 4-game losing streak by defeating Florida International 27-14 last Wednesday. In his first college start, Cade McConnell tossed 2 touchdown passes for the Miners. New Mexico State's injury report is clear, but UTEP will be without running back Aaron Dumas, tight end Judah Ezenwa, and cornerback Trez Moore. Additionally, 4 players are questionable, including the top 2 quarterbacks, Gavin Hardison and Jake McNamara. It's a challenging time for sports bettors. New Mexico State's offense has had its ups and downs, averaging 30 points per game. They've been successful in gaining yards, standing 53rd in passing yards and 20th in rushing yards. Diego Pavia, the Aggies quarterback, is a rare dual-threat player, leading the team in both passing and rushing yards. Pavia's stat line includes 102 of 164 for 1,615 yards, 14 passing touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 76 rushing attempts, 429 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Defensively, the Aggies haven't been at their best, allowing an average of 26 points per game and giving up 386 total yards. They haven't applied much pressure or created turnovers, with 15 sacks, 27 pass deflections, 2 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles, and 3 fumble recoveries. Sophomore linebacker Keyshawn Elliott has been a versatile contributor with 49 total tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, and 3 pass deflections. UTEP has struggled offensively this season, ranking 127th in points, 97th in passing yards, and tied for 64th in rushing yards on a per-game basis. Senior quarterback Gavin Hardison hasn't played since September 23rd due to an arm injury and remains questionable for this game. In his absence, sophomore Torrance Burgess Jr. has carried the running game, accumulating 452 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns while also catching 8 passes for 117 yards. Defensively, the UTEP Miners have faced their share of challenges, allowing 26 points per game and giving up 382 total yards per game. The team has managed 16 sacks, 25 pass deflections, 3 interceptions, 8 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. Senior defensive end Praise Amiul has been a standout performer with 23 total tackles, 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 interception, and a pass deflection. While New Mexico State's defense isn't among the best, allowing 23 points per game, their offense is scoring an average of 30 points per game. In contrast, UTEP's offense has struggled, averaging just 18 points per game. UTEP might have a freshman quarterback, with just 1 collegiate start, leading their offense. New Mexico State excels in the ground game, averaging 194.1 rushing yards per game game, while UTEP's defense ranks 112th in the nation against the run, allowing 177.3 yards per game. The Miners' inability to score places even more pressure on their defense, which has only managed 3 takeaways this season, ranking 112th in the country. New Mexico State has covered the spread in 5 of its last 6 overall games and in 4 of its last 5 head-to-head matchups against UTEP. Conversely, UTEP has failed to cover the spread in 4 of its last 5 overall games. Analyzing recent offensive performances, the Aggies have averaged 26 points in their last 4 games, whereas the Miners have scored just 16 points in their previous 5 games. The key discrepancy lies in the passing offense. New Mexico boasts a team touchdown to interception ratio of 1.5-5, while UTEP's ratio is a less desirable 8-8. The Aggies need a stronger second-half performance, as they struggled after halftime in their previous game. Despite accumulating 458 yards and 21 first downs, they failed to convert on 10 of their 14 third-down attempts and committed 8 penalties for 85 yards. Nonetheless, the Aggies have managed 27 or more points in 3 of their last 4 games and are expected to score well in this matchup. UTEP deserves credit for their recent victory over Florida International, limiting the Panthers to 16 first downs and a 2-of-1 conversion rate on third downs. However, UTEP has scored 14 or fewer points in 4 of their 7 games, making it unlikely they'll be able to cover the spread for the entire game against the Aggies. Considering the injury concerns at the quarterback position for UTEP, it's challenging to see them keeping this game close. As a result, our full game side pick is for the New Mexico State Aggies to win and cover the spread as favorites. Neither team has excelled in converting third down attempts, which is likely to result in more punts. New Mexico State has a 40% conversion rate on third downs, while UTEP moves the chains on just 32.26% of their chances. Both offensive lines have struggled, allowing too many sacks. In their recent games, both defenses surrendered a combined total of 27 points, which is likely to limit offensive performances in this matchup. The under has hit in 5 of the last 7 away games for the Aggies and in 8 of the previous 12 games featuring the Miners. As previously mentioned, UTEP averages just 18 points per game, and if starting quarterback Gavin Hardison is unable to play, the Miners may have a freshman at quarterback. The total has gone under in 5 of UTEP's last 7 games and in 4 of the last 5 head-to-head games between New Mexico State and UTEP. The total has also gone under in 4 of New Mexico State's last 5 games. Our full game total pick is under the projected total. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.